Dog owners are being urged to stay on the lookout as a mysterious respiratory infection keeps on spreading. Beth Galvin explains what you need to know.
This illness that veterinarians are seeing looks a lot like kennel cough, which is a pretty typical group of viruses that we see often in the winter time. But in these dogs, it tends to be more severe and more long lasting. But what's not clear is what's making these dogs sick. For a couple of months, Dr. John Yonker, medical director of Common Companion Vetco, has been seeing a jump in the number of dogs coming in with respiratory infections at his Atlanta veterinary practice.
Luckily, none of the dogs have been seriously ill, but we have observed that they seem to be, the cases seem to go on a little bit longer.
And across the U.S., in more than a dozen states, including Georgia and Florida, hundreds of dogs have been sickened by a fast-moving respiratory illness that resembles kennel cough, but may be less likely to respond to treatment and more likely to progress to pneumonia.
I don't think there's any cause for panic right now because we're not seeing an epidemic of canine infectious respiratory disease. We see this all the time, all year round, with natural ebbs and flows.
Dr. Yonker says this outbreak could be a surge in kennel cough, or as some experts think, something new. Researchers at the University of New Hampshire's Veterinary Diagnostic Laboratory, studying samples from dozens of sickened dogs, believe a new bacterial infection may be to blame. Symptoms to watch for include coughing, sneezing, and labored breathing, nose and eye discharge, lethargy, and decreased appetite.
Sometimes in dogs, it can be one virus, it can be two viruses, or even a mixture of virus and bacteria that can be going on, and they all have the similar symptoms.
To protect your dog, Dr. Yonker says make sure he or she is fully vaccinated, especially for respiratory diseases like kennel cough and canine influenza, and watch for changes in your dog's behavior.
The main warning signs are lethargy, difficulty breathing, especially when doing really basic activity like jumping up on the couch or climbing a couple stairs, being especially winded on what you would consider something that wouldn't be something that would wind a dog.
Also, Dr. Yonker says look for a change in your dog's breathing rate while resting.
If you notice that your dog is having difficulty breathing, seems especially winded at basic activities, lethargic and not eating, you absolutely need to go see your local veterinarian.
Respiratory illnesses are typically spread through close contact between an infected dog and a healthy dog. So a dog may sneeze or cough into the face of another dog or onto shared objects. And so dogs who socialize more are going to be at higher risk of catching a bug like this. Veterinarians urging dog owners to think about it before they take their dogs to a dog park right now, and to ask their groomer and their boarding kennel or their doggy daycare what precautions they're taking right now. For your Fox Medical team, I'm Beth Galvin.